Do you like the Olympics? Well, it's the 2021 Summer Games right now. Represent Team USA, USA, USA. And in this video, we're going to talk about the Olympics. And do you like the Olympics? Do you like the Winter Olympics? Do you like the Summer Olympics? I like both Olympics. I think they're incredible. So maybe you could share with me if you like the Winter Olympics, or you like the Summer Olympics, or maybe what your favorite events are. So we're going to talk about all that good stuff in this video. If you don't know who I am, my name is Mike Chavez, and I've been on a live video journey for 4.5 years. And I go live every day with videos just like this so you and I can get to know each other. And I'm broadcasting this video to you live from the fabulous city of Las Vegas. Let me know where in the wide world of sports, where in the wide world of sports are you turning in from? Yeah, where in the wide world of sports are you tuning in from tonight on this video, live or on the replay? And it reminds me of wide world of sports. I remember growing up as a kid, I'd always love Al Michaels and ABC and the wide world of sports. That was like the thing, right? And they always would feature the Olympics. So I love the Olympics. I really do. I've always loved them as a kid. I thought it was just always an interesting way to see different cultures, different people from around the world. And what's really cool about the Olympics is when they have the opening ceremonies and they have the closing ceremonies where all the athletes come together. It's kind of like it brings the world together, right? So that's kind of like how the Olympics got started way back in the day, in the Greek days and all that stuff. The tribes, they all came together and they had games, and here we go, right? And so did you know, like, the first Olympic event, it was a marathon. Did you know that? That's what the first Olympic event ever was a marathon. In Greece, they had a marathon. That was like the first Olympic event. So the first Olympic event was a summer Olympic event. So let's talk about the Summer Olympics. Maybe we'll talk about some of the Summer Olympics because it's Summer Olympics right now in Tokyo, Japan. And one of the coolest things that I like about the Olympics is I like to look at the medal count. And of course, I'm from the United States, represent Team USA again here. You know what I'm saying? I would always look to see where the flag was on the medal count, just because of a sign of patriotism. So I think we like the Olympics because we get to come together. We get to see where are the commonality that we have for love and unity, and especially sport. Because let's talk about the athletes when they do these amazing things. I mean, Olympic athletes are some of the most incredible things in the world. Think about some of the people that have had such longevity in their Olympic careers. You think of people like Michael Phelps. I mean, how many gold medals has he won? Like the record, right? I don't even know how many it is anymore. I lost count, right? Maybe somebody could put in the comments and knows. Hey, Lori, how you doing? It's good to see you. So yeah, you see how these athletes, how they take care of themselves, how they condition, and with whatever it is that they do. And I remember growing up, always hearing the stories about, like, I don't know if you guys ever remember Nadia Comaneci, right? She's like the first person like to get a perfect 10 in gymnastics, right? If you guys remember that, if you remember Nadia, put it in. Well, I'm like kind of old enough to kind of remember, like, a little bit of that back from the 70s, right? Okay. So she was like really super young, and they get these kids, and especially in other countries around the world, they literally take these kids from their homes and they go to these special camps, and that's how they grow up. And then, of course, it's not very good actually on these little kids' bodies to really train like crazy, because their bones are still developing, their ligaments are still developing. But it's pretty interesting when you see what our bodies are capable of doing. And I think it's just truly a testament of, like I said, those things that we have in common when our countries come together. So I think for the Summer Olympics, some of my favorite sports are, oh my goodness, boxing. I love boxing, so I love fighting. Some of the greatest legends in boxing history have been gold medalist boxers, right? I love boxing. What else do I love? I love basketball. At one time, baseball was an Olympic sport. I love baseball. I love all the track and field stuff. I think that's truly incredible. What else do I love about the Summer Olympics? Oh my God, there's so many different things. There's so many different games. There are so many different events that they've come up with. They've had trials. They have test events, right? I don't think surfing is an event right now. No, I don't think surfing is right now. I'm not sure. I really haven't watched that much of this Summer Olympics. Now, this Summer Olympics, you got to admit, is different than any Olympics that we've ever had in the history of Olympics because of the unique circumstances we've been living in the world with this bug that's been going around affecting everybody in the world, right? And they've actually had to cancel some events. Some people, have gotten the virus over in there and all this other stuff. And I thought it was an interesting fact. I don't know if you guys knew this. It's an interesting fact about the Olympics, and it's about the Olympics athletes and the villages, the Olympic villages, right? So when I would always thought it would be the coolest thing to go stay at an Olympic village where all the athletes are. But did you know that they pass out hundreds of thousands of condoms, true fact, to the athletes at the Olympic villages? Of course, we know why, right? Get all these young testosterone-driven, just whatever. So stuff happens, right? So they pass them out. But this year, supposedly, there's this thing going on. I don't know if you heard about it, but they made these beds. This is, again, the Olympic Village is in Tokyo because it's 2021 Summer Games in Tokyo. That's where they're at. And they made these beds out of cardboard, okay? And the whole theory is that it was only supposed to be able to hold the weight of one person. So if there's any hanky-panky going on where one person being on the cardboard bed, then it collapses. It's very interesting. True fact, you can look it up. But then supposedly it really wasn't working like that. They showed people jumping up and down on them and all this other stuff. But anyway, I think the Olympic villages are really cool. That's just another part of the Olympics. Now, Winter Olympics. I love the Winter Olympics. If you like the Winter Olympics, let me know in the comments. I'm kind of torn between the Winter and the Summer Olympics. There's so many things about the Winter Olympics I like. I like the bobsled. I like the luge. I like the skeleton. Do you know what the skeleton is? Skeleton is like the craziest thing where they lay down on this little sled. It's like, I don't know, it's like yay long. It's not even that long. It's like, I don't know what, maybe 3 feet. And they put their head out and they tuck down and their chin is like literally this far, like this far from the ice. And they're hauling, you know what, down that bobsled track, and their faces, could you imagine? Could you imagine? And then, of course, the bobsled's pretty cool. And then one of the coolest things I like really about the Winter Olympics, too, is the ski jump. You know, it always blew my mind to see how these guys would take off, and then it would just, they would fly, and then they would just land so gracefully. But, you know, it's pretty amazing when they do that. I love the Winter Olympics. But anyways, listen, I wanted to come and do the video today and talk about the Olympics and get your opinion, get your feedback, maybe get an idea of what you like about the Olympics, what you think about them. But before I go, I thought I would share my screen and we'll take a look at the medal count for the 2021 Summer Games in Tokyo. Let me grab my screen. And I was saying, I like to look at this kind of stuff. Okay, so here we go. Olympic Games Tokyo. Oh, it says 2020. Oh, okay. Japan is in the lead. It's the host country. They have 8 gold medals, 13 total. United States is behind them at 7. I don't even know how many days this has been going on, the Olympics, but there's all the different track and fields going. The national anthem. There's the torch. Oh, I know what I was going to share with you. A story about the torch. I remember. There's tennis. You like tennis? They have some interesting. There's some interesting things. So you can go look at this stuff here. Okay, so July 23rd to August 8th is the games in Tokyo. There it is. The dates right there. Just found it on the website. Then you can go to schedules and results, I guess, and you can just take a look at what's going on. Oh, basketball. Oh, 3-on-3. That's cool. That's a new one. Archery's cool. Gymnastics is amazing. They just have so many amazing things. But I wanted to tell you a story about the torch, the Olympic torch, what I thought was really cool. Okay, because I did see it one time when I was a kid. All right. So let me stop sharing. You can go look at the medal count. You can go look at all this other stuff here. You can go watch the Olympics. I'm sure they're on like all these different places. Okay, so I'm back. All right. So when I was a kid, I grew up in Downey, California. I was born in Downey, California, and I was a kid and I lived there. And it was 1984 when they had the Olympic Games, the Summer Olympic Games in Los Angeles. And I'll never forget when the Olympics came to that area where I was at, because this area down where I lived was about 25 minutes to 30 minutes south of downtown, the Coliseum, the Los Angeles Coliseum, where it's a huge thing. It's where the Rams used to play. It's like this old Coliseum that was built in the 30s. And, you know, it was like seats like 100,000 people. It's huge. That's like where all the college teams play. And it's totally awesome. I just, you know, I got to see the torch because that's where they lit the torch. And the torch went through my neighborhood. And we all got to go out and we all got to see the torch. And I was actually close enough to feel the heat from the torch. And I just think it's kind of cool how I got to feel like I was a part of it, which is really, really awesome when I was a kid. And that was in 1984. So obviously, since then, I've had a fascination with the Olympics. When you have an experience with it, obviously, then you're going to want to tune in and check it out. Now, that being said, I'm going to probably go check out some Olympic events and see what's on, see if there's anything that I like, because, again, I think it's pretty amazing what we can do. And it's crazy how they come up with these these events sometimes, but they can truly show mastery and what dedication and hard work can do. All right, so at the end of all my videos, I always want to invite you to talk more about making videos and connecting with people online, just getting to know each other. If you're interested in more information like that, come check out our free resource, Live Masters, where we have lots more video content and resources to help you network online. And we have some free video challenges going on now right now. So you should definitely come and check it out. I'll see you tomorrow with a brand new video. And I hope that if you are going to watch any of the Olympic Games, that you enjoy them. And don't miss the closing ceremonies. I think they're the coolest. They do all the coolest, craziest things at the opening end. Well, they've already had the opening ceremony, but and the closing ceremony. So don't miss it. It's going to be fun. We'll talk to you guys later. Thanks for tuning in.